All right. Okay. For those who wonder what, my feelings on the on the Kanye situation, where he said that slavery was a choice. See, I've been like for the last 2 days, I've been contemplating, seeing how I was gonna word this, how I was gonna explain this. Okay, I'm gonna split this up. I'm gonna explain it from two different sides. I'm gonna explain it from the naysayer side, and I'm gonna explain it from the Kanye side. Okay, of course, Kanye, he's going on this recent tear, or this recent rant, expressing his quote unquote love for Trump, and like when I noticed he was doing that, going around freestyling with a MAGA hat, saying how he loved Donald Trump, and like two things popped up in my head. Either somebody's coerced him to do that, or he's been programmed to do that, or the third option, he's music coming out, and he's talking about and he's trying to sell his new music. Okay, um, when it comes to this, you have to look at it from a different perspective. Like this dude who came out the gate talking about black issues, black this and black that, and then all of a sudden he's this whole different person, and you got to wonder like, damn, where's this coming from? Cause like the Kanye West from 2004 is way different than the Kanye West of 2018. Okay, take that Kanye from his first album and the Kanye that's out now. It's two completely different people. I call that the pre Kardashian Kanye. But like I'm not gonna shit on Kim K. But like I don't. It's like the dude just uh the dude just did like a completely 360. Oh no, I don't blame Kim. I think I blame Chris Jenner, the one who's pimping out her daughters. I kind of blame her for this. But like when he said that slavery was a choice, and like we were slaves for 400 years, and it was a whole bunch of us. Uh, it's a whole bunch of us, but we didn't revolt. But you know something, like here's the thing. There were some. See, but here's the thing. Like those slave masters, they didn't just enslave them physically, they enslaved them psychologically and emotionally, because like you just can't go against somebody with brute force thinking that they're not going to clap back. So they had to use it from come at it from different angles, like strip them of their language. As I say, you strip them of their language, and you browbeat them into conforming to your ways, and like mind you, our ancestors was in this brand new land. They were completely out of their element. They had no resources. They had nothing to help them build any type of wealth or establishment of their own. And and then of course a lot of them were coddled and pacified by the ones by slaves like the house Negroes, who were completely mesmerized, telepathically destroyed and hypnotized by their white masters. Like, and when you take from all different, they were like enslaved from all different angles. And then you got the ones you have the ones who did try to make a slave revolt, but then you always had that one, like besides the Nat Turner incident, you always had the ones who always who 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 uh who always went off and told Massa what was going on. Like there would have been more Nat Turner slave revolts, but it was always that one black person who went off and told the white man what was about to pop off. I call those the J Miller coons. The J Miller coon ass niggas who chose to who went off and told the master what was going on. And that's why a lot of shit didn't pop off. You talking about when he said slavery was a choice. Um, yeah, like our ancestors were taken out of their element. They came here with nothing but the with the chains on their back. They had no money, no resources, no connection back to the motherland, and like they were browbeat and psychologically, mentally, and physically enslaved from all different angles. Like those 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 cave demons completely stayed on their back. But like when he said like slavery was a choice, not really. If slavery was a choice, then they wouldn't be over here. Like the black people wouldn't be over here in the first place. Those slave masters, they didn't go over there to Africa and say, hey, you guys want to come work on a plantation for nothing at all and get slave and get whips on your back and get your and your women and children and your family separated from you. Like they said like that's your choice. Either you can do that or you can stay here in the motherland and live off of the land. Like those men did not go over there and say that. They took those men and women against their will. So no that wasn't a choice. And like for four like and you gotta realize within that 400 years of slavery, I think after 200 years, they made it illegal to go off to go to Africa and go pick up more of our ancestors to be slaves. Like so like they cut that off. So they bred them, and like the blacks who were bred were the blacks who were bred into this country had a no connection to the motherland. So that's another way they did by breeding by breeding different us breeding people who had no connections to the motherland. And then he said then but like when Kanye went to TMZ, I really wish he didn't go to TMZ to try to explain that. And then like Van Lathan, one of TMZ's chosen coons, he felt the need to want to be woke all of a sudden. Like when Van Lathan tried to check him, I didn't agree with that not in the least bit because like this is the same Van Lathan. He's the same man that sat there and listened to Harvey Levin, a gay Jew, and other whites make all these disparaging remarks about black people. If it wasn't him, it was Charles the Oreo Rastafarian or the thick red bone Raquel who's a single mother talking about every time they talk about some ghetto or hood, she got to put her 2 cents in. But this time it was Van Lathan, who's a booty expert, and who co-signs some of the crap that Harvey Levin says. I don't agree with. Like I'm not riding with Van Lathan, not in the least bit, because like this dude, I wouldn't talk if I was this dude. Okay, like because his position has been compromised, especially by the company that he chose to work for and the company that he chooses to keep. You can't be woke. You can't be woke all of a sudden, sitting there laughing at white people tell jokes, making fun of Dr. King. Talking about, I have a wet dream. But these be the same motherfuckers who quick to want to call you anti-Semitic. Like I wouldn't talk if I was Van Lathan, but I see where, in a way, I see where Kanye West is coming from, and do I agree with him? Not completely, but I don't agree with the thing talking about we had a choice. That's like because we those our ancestors technically didn't have a choice. If they wanted to, if they wanted to. If they wanted to opt out, they had to do it by force. They had to pull like a Harriet Tubman, or a Nat Turner. They really didn't have a choice. Okay, so slavery wasn't a choice. Okay, that's something I don't agree with. Okay, talking about slavery was a choice, but like that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say for this incident. Uh, for those who want to what I wanted to say or how I feel about it. Okay, it's August. It's April 4th, 2018. It's 5 minutes to four, and I got to get up and do what I got to do. All right, that's all I have to say. Peace out.